Hi, welcome. Yeah, as you can see on the table, these are parts from the 1967 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 that I'm building. These were from last time, so that means we're here to build more parts and more stages. So let's get started. Hi, welcome to another episode of Gearhead Man, the Shelby build. I'm Mark, your host, and this episode we're going to be continuing the build of the 1967 Ford Mustang GT500 Shelby, or Shelby GT500, however you want to say it. And as you can see on my table here, this is stage one from last time we built this. Put this together, we put in the turn signal lights and mounted the license plate, and I love that license plate. And we put together the tire. We put in the inner stiffeners, put together the front and back of the rim, put in the lug nuts, bolting components, and the little cap. So this is one tire that was completed, and this front bumper part. First part of that was done. It's more to do on all of this. So we're here for part two of the build. And the part two, we're going to be doing stages 3, 4, and 5. And we'll bring out the box. You can see this box is branded after their other company that they own, Fan Home. Now, as I mentioned, not only we're building the Mustang, but we're also going to be building the Batmobile, 1966 Batmobile, and the 1970 Dodge Charger RT. So, but we're doing this, so I want to open this box and show you what we're going to be working on here. Okay, that's just the packing list. Here's the book for stage 3. Here's the book for stage 4. And the book for stage 5. Let me put this maybe right there. All right, I'm going to lay these out here. I'm going to lay this out there. And lay that. Let me get this box put aside for now. And I just want to take a quick look here. Stage 1. See, I love these books. I'm going to go in more detail. But it's a lot of good information about the history of some of the cars from Ford. The muscle cars and the performance cars and all that. Racing. So I believe it's stage... Okay. Stage 3, we'll be putting together its engine components. It's going to be a top, it's like the top part of the block. We're going to be putting in the valve train on both left and right of the block, and then the valve covers. I love these valve covers. I love all these parts, man. This is pretty heavy. Just for one part of the block, this thing is pretty heavy because it's all die cast. All good build. Okay, that would be phase 3. Phase 4, we're going to be putting together more good history on a lot of the models of cars coming from Ford. Stage 2, or excuse me, stage 4. First one block was part of the block, valve covers and valve train. That was 3. This is 4, which is the driver's door. We'll be putting some of the outer components on this. The mirror, door handle, that type of thing. Getting that on and put that together. And then stage 5. All right, get ready to go again. So I got all the parts taken out of their packages. Here's the top of the part of the motor, the engine, the block, top half of the block that has the heads and intake manifold. All we're going to be doing is these are the valve assembly. Those go on each side, and then, which is kind of cool because with the valve covers on, you're never going to see them, but at least they're there. But part of me wants to paint these silver and paint the gasket like a gray color or something. But you're never going to see them. So I probably won't do that. And then the valve covers. And let me give you kind of a sneak peek here, because I have a scale model of that motor, basically the same motor. This is a later build, a more modern build version of it. That's a more modern version, and this is also the version that was in the AC Cobra too. But it's, as you can see, similar. Oh, it might be the same scale. Yeah, I think this motor is 1/6 scale as well. That's kind of cool. All right, let's get started. All right, let's get started here. So what we're going to need is this. We're going to need this. It's kind of the valve train, and valve cover gasket. And then we need a valve cover. Kind of cool valve cover. Okay. I'm going to prop that side up. I'm going to grab this. Keep it a good grip. There's one. All right. For some reason I thought I was putting it in the right hole, but I wasn't. Oh. Hopefully you're getting all this. Hopefully I'm not blocking it anymore. That's good. Okay, one side is done. Let's get this on. I'll move these a little closer. Okay, we'll get this other screw in here quickly. You gotta be really careful with these little screws. You gotta have a good work area where they hit the floor. You should be able to find them. I probably could find that, but I will look after I get this put together for the next time I vacuum in here. Okay, that stage 3 is done. All right, kind of had to take a walk away from one step, But we're moving on to the door handle of the car. This is pretty easy component. Okay, I'm putting the mirror, the driver's door mirror together. It's going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to need one of these screws. Okay. Okay, it's going to be challenging. This is going to be very challenging. Oh boy. Okay, let's try it this way. Oh boy. Okay. So I've got this done. Okay. Mirrors put together. Just got to see what the next part is. Okay, we got to get the reflective part of the mirror put in. I think this is it. Now I'm going to leave the plastic on. Okay, I think I got that snapped in there. Okay. We're moving right along. Okay, I got the screw sat in there. I just got to tighten it down. That's one. Right, we'll continue here. Got some more parts to put onto the window. And I use this a lot just to make sure the parts are good, or what I'm looking for. Okay, that's... Okay, that's the piece I need. I need some screws, so let me get the screwdriver loaded up. I move that over here. All right, we've got to tighten down a few more screws because I got this lock mechanism almost complete. Took a little bit of work off camera. All right, these screws are good. All right, that looks good. All right, done with another part here. And the last parts I want to go over are for stage 5, and that's part of the seat. It's going to be the seat back, the padding that goes in the seat, and then some of the chrome components that go on the back of the seat. Not much to that. It's pretty quick, pretty simple. All right, this is stage 4, like I've been saying, and all this really is just putting together the driver's seat back. And you know, these 5 pieces right here, pretty much it, and some screws to put in. So let's get started. I've been looking at the instructions here, and I pretty much got it down, I think. So we're going to get all these parts put in. It kind of fits in there. It's kind of a frame to stiffen the seat back up. And then if you look here, there's an outline of that piece we put in there, so that will go over that and make sure that stays in place. And then actually I'm going to put this in after I get this snapped in. And there's some screws on here. 4 screws to screw in. Okay, I just want to. I'm going to kind of sit it like that. Give me some screws. And I want this plate over here. There's a I think I told you this. That base is magnetic. Oh, these screws are kind of a pain in the butt for me. If I was 25 years younger, it would be a big difference. Okay, I'll tighten these all up once I get them all in. I'm going to put I put this, if you're looking at it this way, top right, I'm going to go with the bottom left now. Give me another screw. This screwdriver they include is not too bad. It's magnetic. It really does what I need it to do. Okay, I want to get the other two screws in. And then I'll torque them all down somewhat, you know. Okay. Wait a minute, I was just. Trying to pick these up again. Okay, and one more screw. Tighten some of these screws down. Okay. Okay, that's all put together. All 4 screws are in. Now look for that little indentation right there. And that means that goes right there. And that's pretty much done. Alrighty. We can slide that over there. Don't think there's any other parts laying around. Okay. This was stage 3. Putting in the valve train and then putting on the valve covers. You know, the valve train, it was like one piece. You remember. It was only a few seconds ago. Sorry. Maybe I don't remember because I am old. So we put in was a combination valve train and valve gasket. So we got that put in, both left and right, and put on the valve covers. So the top part of the block is pretty much done. There'll be more stuff going on here like carburetors and air cleaners and distributors and all the wires and all that fun stuff. The door, which part of this was assembling the mirror, mounting that, the door handle. There's one little piece I was missing. They're going to be sending it to me, but it's the door cylinder. No big whoop. And then inside, we had to bolt on the mirror, and then we bolted on the lock mechanism because you can see here, you press this, and this will unlock the door. So this is an fully operational model. The window's going to go up and down and all that. I can't wait to get to the next stage. So right now we've done stages 1 and 2, and now 3, 4, and 5. And when we get to the next box, before we start, I'm going to take everything out that we have put together so far, and we will get them done. All right, so we're done with 5 stages. There's going to be quite a few more left to build. Like I said, it's going to take us another year, almost 2 years to complete this car. But we'll work through it bit by bit, stage by stage, and I can see it's starting to come together. I can't wait till we start putting the body together, building the rest of the motor and the transmission and all that, and start doing the interior of the car. That's going to be amazing as well. So I bring, all right, so I'm going to show you what else came in the box with stages 3, 4, and 5. 3 posters of the Mustang GT3, of the 1967 GT500 Ford Mustang Shelby. So let's take a look at those. Okay, I just want to go over some of these books a little bit. This is the stage for stage 3, the book for stage 3. And some interesting information here. This one's kind of on Carroll Shelby, his racing days, because he was a race car driver before he became car designer. And then it goes into the instructions to put all that section together. And then here's an article on the GT, the Ford GT, the 2017 edition. Its grandfather was the GT40, right? A lot of good pictures, a lot of great information on the car. That's kind of cool. Put that aside, and then 4 is on the Mustang Boss 351. Boss 351, great car. This is pretty interesting reading. And then we get into assembling of stage 4. And this is on, and then this little story is on the 68 Le Mans race, where the GT40 dominated again. And, you know, if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend, you know, since we're talking about Le Mans and the GT40, go watch Ford versus Ferrari. Great movie. 90%, 80, yeah, I'll say at least 90% of it's historically accurate. You know, Hollywood always finds places where to beef it up a little bit, you know. And then stage 5, and this again talks about Shelby and how he came, his fascination with the snake. I went on a tour at, and I'll put a link down below to that episode, but there's an episode I filmed when I went on a tour of Shelby American. And according to the tour guide, that one morning when Shelby awoke, Carroll Shelby woke up, he had a dream about snakes, you know, and so we started naming, you know, the Mustang, the snake, and his logo for the GT500 and the GT350, you know, the Shelby icon for Shelby American is the Cobra. And this kind of talks about it. Now, he said he assumes more it was too much Jack Daniels the night before. That's what the tour guide told me. He was a character. I'm going to go back out and do another tour here in the near future. And then this gets into stage 5. Of all the stages that I've done, stage 5 has probably been the easiest. And then we're back the Ford GT and the Legend. Pretty cool. Okay, there's one of them there. And I bought frames for them and mounted them, and then put them in the frames right away and hung them up on my wall here in my office. And there's the third one. I like these. These are pretty great. Cool. All right, that brings an end of another episode here on Gearhead Man. This was episode part 2 for the 1967 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. Put together stages 3, 4, and 5. And hopefully they all make sense. If you do have any questions or any comments, just post them down below, and I will, and I always do, answer all questions, and all, you know, I respond to every comment I get on my channel. I do appreciate you watching. And I do appreciate you subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, you know, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you get a notification every time a new episode posts to my channel. I do appreciate everyone. And, give us a like, give us a share. And we'll see you next episode. Everyone be safe out there.